All right, so you were asking me about the CVT modes and how you can apply them in songs. So let's say we pick a song, Don't Stop Me Now by the Queen. So let's say I'm singing from I'll burn it through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees is why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Traveling at the speed of light, I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. So, okay, so I used a couple of different modes in that. Okay, so I'm not warmed up, by the way, so keep that in mind. I just had a bit of coffee, and it's 2 in the afternoon here. Okay, so I woke up like about 4 hours ago. Okay, so my voice isn't that warmed up. I didn't do any singing exercises and whatever, but so let's talk about that, okay? So essentially, the entire phrase was in curbing mode, right? CVT curbing. And as we know, that curbing has only reduced density. There's no fuller density in curbing. It's a metallic mode. Neutral mode is a non-metallic mode, as you already know that. So when you're phrasing the song, the oohs and the e's, and I know that you also have issues with the ooh and the e vowel. So for those, you have to train them separately. Okay, start from the lower and work that up. So let's say 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. That's overdrive. That's overdrive. Period. Fuller density overdrive. High. You can hear that kind of mouthy quality, no ping in the sound. If I go high, that has a little bit of twang there. I would call that an edge, fuller density edge. Right? So hopefully you can hear the difference. And then I'm traveling at the speed of light. That's also very close to an overdrive. If you want to make that curbing, then you go traveling at the speed of light. And you get the kind of quality in there, okay? And that would be more curbing. You can still do a curbing in like that as well, but I wouldn't really recommend that, because when you're singing that phrase, it's either you open up that light to a more edge or overdrive, okay, rather than going more like that. You can still do let me try it, apologies. Traveling at the speed of light, I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do now. Of course, I'm not going to be able to show all the ways you can do it. I mean, it's going to take too long, but the idea is that you have all these options to select from, whether you want to go an overdrive, fuller density overdrive, or fuller density edge in that high and light. Okay, it's a very open, high, light, those types of vowels. Now, another thing that you were asking me, actually a couple of people asked me, which is interesting, because y'all can take that, y'all can take that really high, but you can take that ooh, you can take that ooh or the e higher. So what's going on? Well, the thing is that now you guys are ready for training the ooh and e vowel, and they should be done in a very specific way, especially the ooh. The ooh will help you with the e vowel. So I would recommend that you start with the ooh rather than the e, because e is always gonna cause constriction. So the ooh, that's the type of ooh vowel you want to work with, not ooh, not that type of an ooh. Okay, you can do that later down the road. So let me demonstrate. So let's say, what's that song? But you didn't have to stoop so low. And you can see that I'm going a little bit operatic there, right? But if I do it contemporary, stoop so low, it would be that. Stoop. You can hear the difference in the sound, right? And I got that strong with the ooh, with that sound. That takes, like, literally all of these parts are engaging, man. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. There's takes time to get that, okay? And especially for me, someone who has a voice disorder, as known as spasmodic dysphonia, these things took me a while to get that, okay? Longer than, let's say, if I didn't have that, for instance. But anybody can do it. I mean, unless you have like really something like a deeper issue with the voice, that's a different thing. But assuming you have a normal, healthy voice, you should be able to do all of these things, okay, in the higher range per se. So really gotta understand this ooh vowel. So when you're in the lower range, you wouldn't necessarily be able to get that loud because it would be you will always want to do that. So you can do that down there, but I still wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend you to go ooh, and then when you get high, if you're doing it correctly, you will get this response in the voice where the volume will start kicking in. There's going to be some ring and ping and squillo in the sound. So when you do get that, then it's going to be like ooh. You can hear that kind of kicking in. It's going to, like, if it gets really loud and you don't feel any strain or kind of pushing in the throat, then you're doing it correctly. Okay, if you go ooh like that, then you're doing it incorrectly and you're getting woofy and muffled. That's not gonna help. Okay, so work with this ooh vowel. Okay, don't do the ooh, that one, because that comes from the ooh, from that. You need that depth first. You have to build that depth first, then you can do the neutral. Because if you can also do it there, but you can kind of like do the SLS way and whatnot, but it's not going to be secure. And then when you try to lean into the sound, or you want to crescendo, or you want to get louder into the sound, it's not going to come. Okay, so it's always good to train this kind of low larynx sound and really compressing them, because it helps a lot. And that's how, operas. Now, of course, I'm not claiming this to be a legit opera, but opera, like I've talked to some voice teachers who are opera and, have singing, we're singing and whatnot out there. So it's not just, it's not theory, they're physically doing it. And they told me that I got the ooh vowel, the operatic ooh vowel really well. So I'll demonstrate. Hopefully I can do it and not crack. It's really loud, okay? I could have leaned a little bit louder. I don't want to do that. I don't have that energy right now. I have to warm up for that sound, okay? It takes a lot. Like, I can literally feel my butt muscles engaging as well. Like, literally this entire part, okay? Like, out and back. Lower back, gluteus muscles, gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus, all of these muscles, you'll feel that engagement, okay? So yeah, work on those, okay? And for when you're singing that song, like let's say the song I use, you can open up the vowel like that. You can make it more overdrive, like a very yell. Make sure that you're really supporting the sound, otherwise you're gonna strain. You can do it in edge. 200 degrees is why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. And you can hear that quality. That's overdrive. Okay, that has that yell quality. So yeah, I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I wanted to make this video in one take for you. So I hope this helps. Now, just a general, I forgot the term, but for you guys out there who can already take that higher and have a lot of stability, but you can do the ooh and e, then start working with those, because now you're ready for that step yet. If you even can't do if you can't even take that higher, then don't do the ooh yet, because if you try to do the ooh, it's just going to be ooh, it's going to get muffled past, let's say, a D4, C4, E flat 4, or E4. It's just not going to work, okay, for males. So make sure that you build the brightness first with the A or A or even ah. But A would be a little bit higher. I would recommend the A, that sound, okay? So, yeah. So, once you can do that, then start working with the ooh kind of sound. And from the ooh, you can also get to the E. So, let's say I'm going ooh. You can hear that I can go to the E from that ooh, okay? Now, going from an A or A back to an E and forth, you'll hear a switch or click happening, because that's the mode switching in. So if I'm going, and you heard that at the beginning, I kind of like lost the place because I wasn't supporting that much. But then I used to support, the sound came in. It's very hard. In the lower range, it's very easy to do. Okay. Now, another thing that you could do to facilitate or make it a little bit easier is form the vowel in the same vocal track as the E. So it's gonna be a little bit dark sound color, but apologies. But you can make use of that. You can take advantage of that. So it would be you can hear that they're in the same spot. That's why you don't hear it click. But that will feel different. It's gonna want to click because the or or that type of a sound, the vocal track is in a different setup than the oo and the e. That's why you can never do an e on fuller density edge or oo on fuller density edge. Although you can get pretty loud, okay, very loud with that, almost as loud as your but you have to dig in a lot more supported, okay? I'm not exactly sure where CVT stands with opera sounds because I haven't personally seen any videos of them where they talk about opera and whether they are actually edge with low larynx or not, I don't know, but I don't want to get into that. So just to conclude the video, you wanna play around with these vowels, okay? Try to switch. So let's say you hear see if you can do that, okay? And the point where you start breaking is the point that where you need to work. So in order to get, let's say it's an F sharp 4 or a G4, so you have to get your C4, C sharp 4, D4, E flat 4 or D sharp 4, E4, F4 very solid, okay, period. Like it's gonna take time. It's not like you do it once and you find it doesn't work that way, although that's going to depend from person to person where they're at. You probably saw that video that I shared on my Instagram and on my Facebook story. Like I have a cousin and he's not even a singer, but he has the mixed voice down from the get-go, okay? So some people just have naturally stronger voices and more coordinated voices in general. So if that's not you, then don't expect that you're going to get it as well just because this person or that person can do it, okay? So yeah, this video is almost 13 minutes long now. I don't want to make this video too long, so I hope you find this vocal tip helpful, and feel free to send me clips, and looking forward to hear back from you, okay? So yeah, hope you find this video helpful. Cheers.